for me, millennials don't generally have savings. I thought I was going to be super mega wealthy at this stage of my life. I'm not, primarily because I spend, and I spend all the time.
Because you live in London, that's right.
We live in London, but I do think there's a culture that's grown up where we kind of live on a day-to-day moment. We're trying to squeeze every last drop out of fun, out of life. At this stage, we don't have a mortgage, we don't have kids, usually. I don't think I've got any children anyway. We don't have much to worry about. And I think for brands, this makes millennials quite unpredictable. We're kind of changeable, we're mercurial. And so what I kind of want to ask is how can brands or corporations, even if they should be targeting this millennials in a meaningful way, in a way that will engender some kind of loyalty amongst millennials, because as I've said, I'm not sure that we are necessarily that loyal anymore.
I also think brands need to think about what loyalty is, but I think loyalty is this concept that we have. And I think compared to my dad, I'm definitely not loyal to any particular brand, but then I also think there's a difference between loyalty and respect. Now, I used to work in fashion for numerous amount of years, and when you look at a fashion company, Topshop for example, I ask Topshop employees every day, what does the average 13-year-old buy from you? If she comes in on a Saturday, the majority she'll spend max £8. £8 doesn't buy a lot in Topshop, but all their social media strategy is driven towards that, because that audience are your voices. They'll talk about you, they'll respect you, they'll share everything that you're doing, they'll get really excited, but they're not the people putting the money in your till. So if loyalty is purely buy-in, money, revenue, then you need to think of, okay, so my loyalty strategy is just being, as Ed said, damn good at this, making sure I deliver, making sure I don't mess up, doing all that. But my respect strategy becomes my content, my social strategy. So then you start building that into two mindsets. So you come up with your respect strategy, come up with your loyalty strategy, and you look at those people and you understand exactly who that is and what you're going to get from them. Because this is a mutually beneficial relationship. For my loyalty customers, I'm going to get their sales. They're going to buy from me 5 times a year or however much. That's that. From my respect things, they're going to talk about me, and that's going to make me seem cool. So the older generation who aren't actually that involved socially in the conversation, they're going to be like, oh, they're doing pretty cool, that's quite cool, I'll go buy more with them. Because you have to think of the kind of effect you're having on both. So I think that's kind of one thing. So I always say, niche isn't small, it's dedicated. So for me, I think brands get really upset, they want to do everything, they want to be someone to everyone. And I think sometimes if you look at Red Bull, they were niche. Extreme sports was a niche thing, but they've done it in a way that kind of appeared to a mainstream audience, and that's smart. So brands will be dedicated, be niche about something, and then think of the ways you're going to push that out there and who you're talking to. There's always a thing I kind of talk to people about when I sit with them.